Mr. Speaker, this government continues to neglect Inner Winnipeg while providing generous support elsewhere. The NDP, for example, committed multi-millions of dollars to the Southdale Community Centre in 2007 and the Dakota Community Centre in 2011, and yet have failed to deliver significant funding to the Freight House Community Centre in Inner Winnipeg. Manitobans expect their government to provide youth in Inner Winnipeg alternatives to street gangs. The upgrades to the Freight House Community Centre, which is also used by Rossbrook House, need provincial support. I ask the Premier, why has he focused so much community centre funding on Seine River and Southdale and so little funding on the Freight House Community Centre?
Mr. Speaker, perhaps the member missed it, but this spring we made a very significant announcement at the University of Winnipeg for a new field house. And part of the understanding on the new field houses is that facility will be available to all the organizations and people and young people that live in the inner city. And fundamental to that project is its community use component of it. So that's $15 million we've committed. The University of Winnipeg will finance the remaining $15 million of it. That field house will be available to all the peoples of the inner city, all the neighborhoods. I know the member might have overlooked that. It's a very significant commitment, one of many commitments we've made to the University of Winnipeg, who have a commitment, as the member knows, to increasing access to inner city young people for post-secondary education, including a learning center for people at the high school and junior high level to come to the University of Winnipeg and have an opportunity to experience new technology, see what post-secondary education opportunities there are available to them. And as a matter of fact, even as recently as this summer, in the middle of the flood disaster, additional programming was offered through the university to allow the people that were dislocated by the floods to have summer recreation and enrichment opportunities through the university. So we will continue to have support for the inner city. The members should be aware of that.
It's taken 12 years to get even this, but the reality is that this government has neglected time and time again the facilities and the needs of Inner Winnipeg. You know, the Freight House Community Centre is one example. The Field of Dreams at Gordon Bell High School is another. The Field of Dreams should have been completed by now to give Gordon Bell High School students a long overdue adequate sports field. Why is there still an empty field instead of being a usable field for sports facilities?
The member asked about facilities in the inner city and in that part of Winnipeg. The North End Y was shut down when we came into office. It was shuttered. It is now open and it's flourishing because of the investments we made along with many other members of the community to get that facility up and running. And he's right. Gordon Bell never had a proper field for sport activities until this government came along and acquired that piece of property from Canada Post. We bought the property, it is available, and it will be redeveloped. No government in the history of this province has ever moved with such alacrity to acquire a piece of property that will help the Gordon Bell students have proper recreation facilities. We will do that. The property is under our control now. It is available to the Gordon Bell High School, and it will be redeveloped.
Those who were involved in intense lobbying for many, many months will dispute the alacrity of this government. But you know, the question is, why after a year, when this Gordon Bell Field of Dreams was supposed to be completed by now, is it not completed? Why is this government falling short in delivering a basic sports field to a high school when every new high school in this province has a fully funded sports field? The cost of dealing with gangs, the cost of dealing with crime, we've seen it again this weekend, and high school dropout rates in Inner Winnipeg is going up and up and up because this Premier's response is slow and is inadequate. Sports programs in Inner Winnipeg need support. The Freight House Community Centre has not got it in 12 years. The Field of Dreams is still empty. I asked the Premier, why has he not delivered on the Freight House Community Centre facilities, and the Field of Dreams facilities? Why is he stalling and stalling for 12 years?
Speaker, I just want to identify some other facilities that we funded. The Manitoba Sports Federation, which has moved its facilities down into the inner city and the Exchange District on the east side. We funded a major expansion of that facility there for not only high sport or high-end sport training, but for everybody to come there and to have training opportunities with a great variety of sports. So we've got lighthouse projects all over the inner city, 70 lighthouse projects throughout Manitoba. We fund Rossbrook House. We fund Andrews Street Family Resource Centre. We fund the Winnipeg Aboriginal Sports Achievement Centre. We fund the Boys and Girls Clubs. We've made recreation directors available to the inner city and located them in inner city neighborhoods. All of these are commitments that we have made to improve recreation, and we will do more of that. We have the After School Matters program, which we committed to in the election, and I have to remind the member again, he has voted against every one of these initiatives over the last 12 years, and now he pretends to be a friend of the inner city. That's not good enough.